everyone. Welcome to the Drummers Network. I'm Greg Washington, and today I'm going to be discussing basic foot technique and building your overall bass drum speed. This is something that you can apply even if you're not behind the drum set. Some of you may recall just certain times where you may be sitting in the classroom or sitting somewhere and you have a bit of tension going in your leg, and sometimes you'll raise your leg and you'll have this motion going on right here. And then one of the things that you notice, even without you even doing anything, by itself, your leg has this up and down motion, this back and forth motion. Well, that's due to tension that's in your leg that you have, and it's just causing that leg to move back and forth like that. So when you do that, it's just, see how my leg is moving? I'm not even doing anything. It's just doing it by itself, basically. Well, this is very similar to using the heel up technique where you're playing the bass drum. Now, this comes into play when you're utilizing singles. Just like when you use your hands when you're playing singles and doubles, the same thing goes in effect for the bass drum. You have a certain technique when you apply doubles on the kick drum and a certain technique when you apply singles on the kick drum. So this is going to be more so for building strong singles and like fast singles and things like that, especially like really continuous motions and things and whatnot. And this is also good for double pedals. So whatever goes for the right foot goes for the left foot as well. So as you see, my foot is still moving here because I'm not really doing anything to it. So you basically get the idea. Just try this first. This is a good starting place before you actually get to the drum set. So that's going to be it for this portion. So we're going to go to the drum set now, and then I'm going to show you how this relates to being able to build your bass drum speed on the bass drum and overall technique. So here goes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take what we did and apply it to the bass drum. Now, as before, we're using the heel up technique. And one of the things you want to keep in mind is that when you're doing this, you want to be as relaxed as possible. Also, one of the things that makes a difference with you being relaxed is that a lot of times you may be on your toe when you're hitting into the bass drum. Well, this, you want to be on the ball of your foot. Use the ball of your foot and be relaxed. So when you're actually doing everything, it's just more relaxed. So let's go ahead and get started with everything. Just do the same thing like you were doing when you were in the sitting position without the pedal. And now you're applying it to the pedal. So you just kind of tap it and kind of let your foot kind of do its own motion. And when it gets started, it may be kind of little spacious at first. But then as you go along, it will start to get consistent. Now, this is what I've heard to refer to. I believe Kenward Denard referred to this as what they call a fluttering technique, where it's just a flutter on the kick drum. And basically, you would do it until it gets consistent. So as you see now, it's starting to get consistent. Like I said, once you do this, a couple things you want to keep in mind. You want to make sure you stay on the ball of your foot. You don't want to be on your toes. You want to be in the ball of your foot. The other thing is the position that you have on the pedal. If you're up too far on the pedal, sometimes this may not work. I usually slide down. That gives me a little bit more leverage when I'm doing this. Okay, as you hear it now, it's starting to get a little bit more consistent now. And as you do it, one of the things you want to do is increase the velocity, or how hard your beater is hitting the kick drum. Now you see right now, I'm barely doing anything, but it's like smacking the beater, just smacking into the head right now, just smacking it right now, right? So what you want to do, you want to keep this up for as long as you can. I would recommend about 10 minutes. You may have seen Thomas Pridgen demonstrate something similar to this. And one of the things that Thomas Pridgen did mention is that when he did this, he would just do it till his calf muscle got tired. And I would pretty much recommend the same thing. It's kind of like working out. You want to do it till you feel the burn. Once you start to feel the burn in your maybe either calf muscles or your muscle right here in the front part of your leg, you want to do it till you feel that, because that's when you know that you've actually done it and it's actually working. So I'm just going to let it keep on going right now. She's just smacking into it right now. I'm barely even doing anything. And like I said, you want to keep this on the ball of your foot. Also, you want to make sure that when you look at your beater, when it's going back and forth, it should just be like that blur motion right there. It shouldn't be anything still. There should be no stillness in that beater. Everything should be like this. Your beater should look just like that. Just like that blur. It's constant motion. Just like that. See how this is going into it like that? Barely doing anything, getting a lot of volume out of the beater. Straight into the head, just like that. Okay, so like I said, you can do that, maybe run it for about 10 minutes or however long you can do it until your leg muscle gets tired and you start to feel the burn with doing this particular exercise. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 as we continue with this lesson, and we'll begin to incorporate this with the drum set and doing some grooves with this too. Stay tuned.